Hi, welcome to Made with Love by Daisy. In today's video, I will be showing you how to make these cute candy cane ornaments. To make these, you will need the following materials. I'm using 4-ply acrylic yarn, a 3 mm hook, a yarn needle, a pair of scissors. I'm using these pipe cleaners that I found in my local craft store. I prefer using the red ones as they do not show through the candy cane. And you will need some thread of your choice to hang the ornament. And of course, I almost forgot the pliers. I'm using flat nose pliers for this. So let's get started. The first step would be to fold the pipe cleaner in half like this. I just like to twist it around itself. So that it's a little stronger. I'm going to grab the ends, just the very end, with my flat nose pliers. I'm going to bend them over and squeeze them flat. So that's the base for our candy cane. We can now go on to the actual crochet part. Let me put this aside. I'm starting with the white. I'm gonna start with the double loop magic ring. Pull up a loop and chain one first. Begin with a single crochet and then make a half double crochet and a DC. At this point, what I'm going to do is pull up the loop really big so that it does not come loose, and drop the white yarn, still holding on to the loop. Now take the red yarn, so join the red yarn, pull up a loop and make a chain one, and repeat the same stitches. And to make a single crochet, a half double crochet and a double crochet. I'm going to pull out this loop too, and now we can close our magic ring. So first pull on the loose tail. You will see one of the loops becoming shorter, smaller. So now grab that loop and pull it. Make sure when you pull this loop, the other loop should become smaller. If you're pulling the wrong end, please stop and tug it on the other side. And now close it fully. I'm going to continue with the red. So you can see the first 3 stitches we made with the red. Go into the single crochet and make 1 DC. And 1 DC in the half double crochet and 1 DC in the double crochet. Pull up the loop, drop the red and pick up the white. Now after this you just have to keep making 1 double crochet in each stitch, just switching between the colors. So this was the single crochet, the half double crochet, and now we are going into the first DC. Just keep going, and when you come to the last stitch of red, switch colors. Drop the white and pick up the red. Please remember, every time you switch colors, make sure the yarns are not tangled, because before you realize it, the yarn will be a mess. So every time you change colors, you need to consciously make sure that your yarns are not tangled. So after this, it's quite monotonous. You just keep doing the same thing. If you want to use a stitch marker to hold the loops, you may do so. I just find it very difficult to keep removing the stitch marker every few stitches. So yeah, so we've set up the basic round for this pattern, and after this you just have to keep making 1 DC in each DC. We need to keep going like this till this tube is long enough to fit this pet cleaner or wire if you're using a wire. So I will finish these and then meet you at the end of this. And this is how long my candy cane is, or my tube is right now. It's almost the same length as this wire. So the next row I do will be the last row, or the last 2 rows. So I'm gonna drop the white or the red depending on how long you want your candy cane to be. So this is going to be the last round of red that we do. After this we'll fasten off the red. So make 3 DC, 1, 2 and 3. So that is half the row done. So for the rest of this row, make 1 DC, 1 HDC, and 1 single crochet. And with that you can fasten off the red. And pick up the white again, and this row of white we will only be doing a half row. So make 1 daisy, one hedge daisy, and one single crochet. And we can now fasten off the white as well. So that's the basic form of a candy cane. So I'm gonna insert the pipe cleaner now. I like to see where the end is. So this is the end where I bent the wire. So even though I bent it, it could be a little sharp. It could snag on the thread. So I'm going to make sure I insert the other end inside. And once you've inserted that, I'm just going to sew this shut. And then we can hide the tails now. It doesn't matter which is the top end and which is they all look the same. So I'm just gonna go ahead and gently start bending it. You don't want to do it very fast. And just keep squishing it around until you're happy with the shape. And there you go. There's our candy cane. So now I'm just gonna get some of that gold yarn. So I've got some gold yarn that I want to use for the ties. You may use any yarn you want. So I like to go from here. So I'm gonna insert my yarn needle from the top, go right through like this. I'm just making sure that the wire is on the left side of the needle. So I'm passing the needle onto one side of the wire and pulling the gold thread out. And now on the other side, I'm going to go on through the same place, so the same space, and come back up through the same space, but this time making sure that my needle is on the other side of the wire. So now when I went down, my needle was on the needle was on the right side of the wire, and now the needle is on the left side of the wire. So what it will do is, when you hold this, so now the ornament is hanging by the wire, so the weight of the ornament is on the wire. It's not very heavy, but doing that will ensure that your candy cane doesn't go out of shape. So the gold thread is basically going into the candy cane, under the wire, and out up. So here's your candy cane. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so that you can see more of these. And if you make this project, do share your pictures with me on Instagram by tagging Made with Love by Daisy in your post. So that's it for today. I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy hooking!